Hi everybody. So this week has been all about the therapies and treatments for the different mental illnesses that we covered last week. So what you're going to do for this week's discussion is you will be kind of going over some of your stereotypes of therapy. These can be ones that either you have personally or that people that you know have, you've heard in the media or seen in the media. So you'll think about what are some stereotypes of therapists or therapy, things that you might expect to see or happen, and so on. So for example, my first stereotype that I always have is the therapist at some point is obviously going to say, how does that make you feel? Or tell me more about that. Things that I definitely was guilty of saying when I was a therapist for a short time. But that would be one of my stereotypes. I always picture a therapist as somebody who's taking notes and they have glasses and they're older, and I have all these images of what the office would look like. And that's what I want you to think about. What are some stereotypical things that you associate or that you think of when it comes to therapy and therapists, or maybe even people who go to therapy? And then on top of that, where the bulk of your points will come this week, if you were to ever consider going to therapy, I want you to pick two different types of therapy that you might consider. And these can be from the book or from the lecture, or I've provided a website which has a huge list of different types of kind of alternative therapies that you might consider. So I want you to pick two different types of therapy, and then you're going to describe kind of like the main goal or focus, and then some kind of technique that would be done in each of them. And that's where most of your points will come. So make sure, again, you describe that focus or goal along with the technique. So I'll look forward to reading your stereotypes and then hearing what kind of therapy you might consider.